Welcome to Top Secret Marketing, where we use ChatGPT to elevate your marketing and stay ahead of the competition. This is part 6 of a multi part series where I build a brand from scratch and we're going to launch it into the real world and test how it does, all using ChatGPT. So, if you like a little bit of context, I will link to the first video here, but you're also more than welcome to jump right in and join us. All right, just to give you a little bit of background so far, we have our idea, we have our audience, we know what's causing their pain, and we have a good idea of how we want to solve it, our product, how we're going to deliver that, and the value that we're actually providing, or so we think. Right now, we're getting very close to actually getting this going. The main goal today is to create a plan. So we're going to have a outline of what we're looking to accomplish with a hint of strategy. I've found it's important to differentiate your plan from your strategy. The plan is really what we're looking to accomplish, and the strategy is focused more on how we are going to accomplish that. So, first thing we're going to do is generate our business model. So, we're going to actually describe our primary method for generating revenue. This is something that's easy to overlook, but can make a big difference in how successful or unsuccessful your business actually is. We want it to be audience oriented. So, again, just like everything we've been doing, it's not about what we want, it's about what our customer wants and what would make it easiest for them to actually follow through and buy products from us. If you're following along, grab your spreadsheet. We're going to jump over. What we're going to need to make this happen is our two personas, our unique value proposition, a pricing analysis, our brand position, and a primary product. And if you have a secondary product or service, that as well. Okay, what we've got here is our prompt. We also have our buyer personas. We have our unique selling proposition for each. We have our pricing analysis, we have our brand position, and we have our products. And the other piece that I forgot to mention on the earlier slide is our competitive analysis. We want to go ahead and include that in as well. So let's see what ChatGPT gives us. Looks good. We're not going to spend too long on this, but we've got our basic pricing structure, our 3 tiers, our business model, and how we're going to do that, and a little bit of a twist on our model that could help us to stand out in the eyes of our customer. Hopping back over to, okay, so now that we have an idea of our business model, the final thing that we need to do is essentially create our plan or our checklist for making all of this happen and making sure we have a good idea of what we're actually getting into before we go and do this. So, a couple things to keep in mind when creating this checklist, and one of the reasons I prefer to do it with ChatGPT, and that is it's easy to get overwhelmed as you're going through and trying to identify all of the things that need to be done when starting a business. If especially if you've never done it before, even if you have done it before, there are still a tremendous number of things to worry about and things to make sure that you always check those boxes. So, main thing here is to simplify, simplify, simplify. And I prefer to look in broad strokes, especially here at the beginning. The way that I do that is to focus on critical activities, meaning they set the foundation for all of the other activities that follow. It doesn't matter how good my CTAs are, how good my ad copy is, how good my creative is. None of those things matter if I don't have these other core components taken care of. And so that's what we're looking to develop. This is going to be in the range of resources that we need, activities that we should follow through on, tools, materials that we need to actually deliver the product or service that, and then a strategy to actually make this a reality. This is where we're going to jump over to ChatGPT. Just like always, go ahead, bring your spreadsheet. We've got our business that we're going to bring over, our unique value proposition, our channel strategy, brand strategy, and our business model to make money. Let's go make this happen. Welcome back over to ChatGPT. What I've got here is a prompt that's going to help us create the plan to actually make this brand a reality, to put our plan into action and actually see this through to testing. Perfect. So, as I said earlier, we've got our business description, we've got our unique value proposition, we've got our channel strategy, a little bit of background on that, and then we also have our business model. So just giving ChatGPT all the information it needs to make a decision and help us determine how we should spend our time. It gives us a good idea of what we're looking for and the tasks that we need to follow through. So, what we've got here is our actual product backlog. So, making sure that we understand the core components we need to provide for our prototype. And we also have our critical resources that we need to make this happen. And the last thing here is the critical activities for actually starting the business. So, formulating a detailed business plan, assemble the team, develop the MVP, all things that we've been talking about and some of the things that we've already accomplished actually. So, pretty cool. Makes this a lot easier, a lot faster. Jump back over and take the next step. Okay, that was the last foundational piece for the brand. We have everything that we need. And now the only decision that we need to make or that I need to make is if this is a go or a no go. With that in mind, having gone through quite a bit of research and done quite a bit of testing, we are a go. Next piece here is to create our minimum viable products. To create that prototype for Prometheus and actually start testing it, then getting the word out. And then from there, it's just like any piece of software or really any business, continually making improvements to optimize and improve effectiveness. Okay, we have built a brand with ChatGPT. We've gone all the way through from creating the idea, refining that idea. We've identified our audience and our gap. We've created our unique value proposition. We've also defined our product, our specific product for the specific person, solving the problem they have in the way they want it. We have our channel strategy defined, so how we're going to reach that particular audience. And now we have our launch strategy. The last thing that we need to do is, or the last thing that I need to do is actually build this product out and get a prototype in the hands of people who would actually be using this, AKA our audience. This is what we've got so far. This is the logo for Prometheus based on the information that ChatGPT gave us. We went with Steve's color palette. The green and black seems like one that's going to resonate. And the good news is, if it doesn't, we can always adjust. So, this is coming very soon. I actually already have a functional prototype. I've been testing it internally. The next step here, and this is where our next series will be focused on, is actually validating this product with a market that's not just me. We're going to focus on the target market. I'm going to walk you through the way that I do that. And I'm actually going to have two specific ways to do that. And I'm going to walk you through each one of those as we validate the product and improve the product. Once again, if you have made it this far, there is a reward at the bottom for you. It's a Google form. And as always, I will not be sending you an email. You will have one shot to collect your reward. And good luck. Stay tuned for the next series where we launch this, test this, and make this happen. If you're creating a business along with us, definitely let us know what you're creating. I'd love to see it in the comments. Let us know where you need help.